All right, let's just jump right into it here. Let me get my stream up here. I like to have my stream on my big TV just to get a normal view. All right, there we go. Let's recap where we're at. So I was kind of pounding out some notes here. We've had one stream with it. A few things happened. But let's kind of go over some of the big goals here. So these are some of my big goals. Obviously, build a tropical, beachy themed chat RPG. And really, back in the day, they're MUDs, multi-user dungeons. So there were MMOs before MMOs existed. Or at least in the name that was called them. Ultima Online, I think, was the first graphical MMO, and before that were text-based MUDs, and this game is very much like that. Um, and then the other goal is this is my first time running streamer.bot. So I want to learn how to just kind of interact with it, use it, and everything. So everything I'm doing pretty much this past Monday, is the first time really using everything. And then I want to leverage C# as much as possible, just for um, flexibility, whatever, just easily to make changes, articulate it, and whatnot. I'm comfortable with C#. I know you can do stuff with the UI quite a bit, and there's a couple of cases we've had to do that. Um, but otherwise, I want to stick to C# for the most part. Just readjusted some of my screens here. The first 100% playable version of the game, I believe, should have these features. Should be able to open and close the resort, which we have in. You should be able to check in and out of the resort, which we have. You should be able to travel around the resort, which we have. You can pretty much go to any location now. Do activities, and what I would say, specifically, each location should have at least one activity. If I can't have an activity, then that location should be just taken off. And then we need RPG elements. So you should be able to gain skills, XP, and levels. And we are going to start to implement here real soon skills in the game. We have XP, we have a level filled, but we haven't defined how we're going to go up levels. And acquire and spend money in the game. You can already spend some money, and you can acquire it outside of the game. So we have some viewer rewards, channel rewards, where you can convert my channel points to in-game currency. But I also want to have in the game a way to acquire money itself. You can definitely spend money. You can already go to all the restaurants and bars and buy stuff off of the food. Now there's many things there. Like I don't want people to just eat all day, you know. So we'll have to implement some kind of and now my brain's already like thinking about stuff. So eating limits, stomach size, and it will fill up as you eat, drink, and decrease over time. And then this is what I'm just saying. I'm just making a note of this. And then you will have to visit the bathroom. to take care of situations from time to time. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, so making another. I was thinking of it. And I kind of consider that MVP. Then that means it's feature complete. It's end to end, and a lot of this is already in place. um, but there's depth to the activities. So when I say a lot of it's in place, the bullet points are in place. But number 4 and 5 are going to take the most, and 6 is going to get kind of handled by this. It's activities that will acquire money. So I'll give you an example. You can go to the beach and surf. And the more time you do that, then your surfing skill will increase. And then every now and then, a random tournament, surfing tournament, will start, and you can choose to participate in that. And then with a random chance based upon your skills and stuff like that, you may win the tournament or come in for a second, third, and then you'll win prizes. And it'll probably cost a small fee to get into it. Would do like a $10 fee to get into it. So it isn't just unlimited, keep trying as much as you want. But then you may win $100 for first place and $50 for second and $30 for third or something. We'll figure it out. So 4 and 5 will kind of take care of 6, I believe, for the most part. And I think I have ideas already outlined. We'll look at the notes I have for it, but I should already have notes for all the current locations, and I already have plans of other locations too, and different expansions and activities you can do outside of that. And then what I consider MVP for Alpha 2 is all about avatars. And the idea being, within the game, if you get first place in surfing, then maybe you'll have some medallion that you can get or win a special hat or something like that. And then your avatar can wear that, and then it can be shown on screen. Now, I don't want the avatar always on the screen no matter what I'm doing. But maybe times when avatars are shown, or, maybe there's an opportunity where a 10-minute timer, you can use channel rewards to put a message on screen or something like that. And then when it does it, it'll put your avatar right there by it. So that's what I kind of consider the next MVP 2. And to me, that really makes it much more complete because it gives rewards, gives goals and accomplishments, and gets some true values. Like, if you acquire more money or you win surfing, okay, congratulations. But then there's benefits to the channel, my stream channel, to doing that and getting those activities. You now have things that you can do in the channel, in particular around the avatars. Excuse me. And so just like with, any MMO, I am going to try to stick real hard in that there'll be some things that you can buy in the gift shop just so you can have some kind of outfit. But then, at least while it's my game, and it'll always be my game, anybody else that takes it and runs with it, then that'll be their game. But I'll never have a situation where something you've acquired in the game through some type of accomplishment. So I just want to say accomplishment. I don't really have a desire to also make that purchasable somehow. And so, like, if you have that surfing champion hat, nobody else can get that. That's how you acquire it. So you have to do the surfing game to get to that. And then, but it's going to be, the game should be relaxing. There's not, and then I got to figure, I don't want too much chat on there. So we may even look into our own extension as a part of this project. Just write our own extension to help minimize the game chat. Although we'll probably keep the core stuff to the game chat, to the stream chat. I mean, but some extra functionality may be facilitated through a custom Twitch extension. So we'll probably write a Twitch extension along those lines. Someone was talking about their stream avatars, and I may use that extension. I'll have to look and we'll research that on this stream, and I may do some researching off stream as well too. Um, but that's what's in the game. Um, let's show. Let's go ahead and show where we're at, what you can do. So a few things here. So it should have. Let's pull up a few things here. I know. Let's do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my channel here real quick. I'm gonna pull it off over here for just a minute. Let me mute that tab, and then I can do channel, and we're going to scroll down. I wonder. Let's just do this. I'm gonna just take this as a screenshot for now. All right, so now I just got a simple picture of the current stuff. Just keeping it simple. And let's start a whole folder for this. Tropical, oops, new folder. Tropical Paradise Resort. And commands. Command list 2024-09 19 V001 PNG. All right. So then on my OBS, we'll just show that. I can add. Oops, I don't want to add that. I want to add an image, and we'll do Tropical Paradise Resort commands. Gotta spell it right. All right, and we're going to browse, and we're going to go down to our NAS, and I'm going to grab that, just put them in there. Here we go. All right, make it a little bit bigger. We'll put that up here on this side. So then people can kind of see that. People can kind of see the current chat's options as we go through this. I've also purposely made the UIs a little bit bigger. Let's make, I was watching my stream, the last one, the one I did Tuesday. Yeah, I didn't do one yesterday. I was watching it on my TV, and definitely would be helpful to make the text a little bit bigger so it's seeable. There we go. So I'll try to make the notepad text bigger. I got the browser for the repo larger. I have ChatGPT larger, and this should be zoomed in as well too. This should be fairly large. View. How do you zoom in? Parents. Here we go. Control plus equal. Yep. So I got it just so that it's easier to see. All that'll be kind of blown up. So let's do that. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring up my chat. Let's see. We're gonna pop them out. Pop out, pop out, pop out. Why am I not finding pop out? Pop out chat. There you are. Sorry. And then we're gonna make him here. All right. And can I make that bigger? What's the command in that? What is the edges command? So that is control plus key. Okay. So I should be able to take this browser here. And then we can make this bigger. Control and plus. There we go. There we go. So that's seeable too. So this will be for when we test commands. So let me kind of just walk through what we've currently have implemented. You can see the current commands um, that are done. And these are the C# code that kind of supports most of this, although a lot of it's facilitated by streamer.bot. So we have basically the resort can have a status. I have commands to open and close it. You can try to run them, but it has to take some moderator to run open and close resort. And as we can see, there's a resort's currently open. We have a player command status. And so you can see I'm currently checked into the resort. My current location is a Lagoon Lounge. My experience points is 1,371. I'm level 1. I'm assigned to room 1044. And I have 2 room keys. So you can absolutely, just like in a real hotel, you typically get a couple of room keys, right? And then you can hand one to someone else. Sorry, you can hand one to someone else. And so you can give currently that's in game. We'll show this. And then you can give it away. And you can literally give away both keys. So just in real life, if I were to hand 2 keys, and I would not have a key and I couldn't get back into the room. So you can handle it. You can't go to a room, a hotel room, unless you have that key. One of the functionalities I want to implement, though, currently is a means of going to the room if someone's already in the room. So I want to put this in. We'll go ahead and show you how I'm tracking this. So I do have all my code up on GitHub. Right now it's private. I'm debating if I just want to make it available public by default. I'm even thinking about maybe a subscriber tier 2 or 3 can at least have read-only access. But I'm just debating how I want to make this available. Eventually, at some point in time, we'll see where it goes. But I'm using this to kind of keep track of features and issues and whatever. So we're going to go ahead. One of the things I want to do is I should already have one for yeah. Right now, you can give someone a key and they don't have to be in the same location as you. I do want to make it where you have to physically be in the same location as someone and hand them a key. Makes sense. In real life, you'd have to be in that location to give them a key. But then additionally, if no room key can ask current occupant if they can enter. Basically, if someone's already in a room, you can knock. We'll implement a knock functionality. And then that person can say yes or no and allow the person in. So you have a means of going to a room and visiting a room and partying in somebody's room. But obviously, just like in real life, you can only get in a hotel if you have a key or somebody's in the room and can allow you to come in. So we'll go more into this, how I'm tracking some of this stuff. We're just kind of going over kind of the MVPs, and then I just got to talking about. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of demoing what's in place. So let's bring the chat back up. All right. So that's my status. I've already checked in. So we'll just show the 2 commands I can check out. And once you're checked out, you can't receive any XP. Nobody can do anything to you. No events can happen to you. You're basically not playing the game. You have to be checked in to be playing the game. So and when we put random events, maybe you don't want to be in the game, etc., so forth and so on. So we can go ahead and check. And so now if I do status, we can see that I'm not checked in, still have my experience points, and I'm currently level 1. I haven't implemented any leveling yet. I'll probably wait until I do skills and we decide how we're going to do all that stuff. You can acquire experience points, but I don't even know what exactly I'm going to do with those yet. So let's check in. So we got check in. And when you check in, you start out in the lobby. And so what room did we get? You checked into Tropical Paradise Resort and have been assigned room 516. So previously you saw I had assigned 1044. And you can acquire multiple keys. So if someone were to give me a key, then I would have 3 keys, my 2 room keys and obviously the third one. That's why there's a comma to limit the list. So now if I do status, you can see I'm assigned to room 516 and I have these 2 keys. What's the next command here? Okay, so then you can do exclamation point locations to see, well, what's in the resort. So we have the lobby, which we're currently in. We have an indoor pool. We have an outdoor pool. We have a beach. We have a lazy river. We have the casino. We have it's kind of grouped in sections. We have the restaurants, the Coral Reef Fine Dining, nice upscale restaurant. We have the Palm Grove Bistro, a casual restaurant. And then we have some bars. We have the Lagoon Lounge, an indoor bar. We have the Sunset Beach Bar, the outdoor bar. And then we have the High Tide Casino Bar, so the casino and bar has a name. So you can type in something like go to bar, and because there's 3 places with bars, it's probably going to be a little bit of random. It's just kind of a fuzzy search at that point. So far, I think it's been Lagoon Lounge because that's the first one on the list. So I think it'll always be there, but it may not be always that. But you don't have to have a perfect match. Excuse me. I gotta handle this cough. And so if you want to go to a specific place, you just have to put a word in there that's specific and unique enough. So like if I say pool again, it'll just take me to one of the pools. It'll probably take me to the first pool. So go to pool. And now I'm in the indoor pool, probably because it's first on the list. But if I wanted to specifically go to the outdoor pool, then I can just do go to outdoor pool. And now I'm physically in the outdoor pool. Or if I wanted to go to the Sunset Bar, because sunset is a unique word, all I have to do, meaning nothing else in the game location-wise has the word sunset, that should be good enough. And then I saw in the last stream people were doing stuff like go to Lazy River, and the search right now isn't good enough to recognize that you meant to put Lazy Space River. I'm going to add that on there. In fact, let's go ahead and put that. I do want to make it super friendly. See if search can be more robust with locations. Saw this a few times. Can we somehow match that with Lazy River? Maybe not. We'll see. And maybe even we'll incorporate something like ChatGPT or something. Excuse me. Or something like that to have it do it. But then that's just like super heavy compute processing for something. Just get it right. You know what I mean? It doesn't have a space in it. Or maybe we do Lazy River and we remove spaces or something. We may be able to make it just a little bit. So let's go ahead and put that in there. We may just close this issue out. All right, so what else have we got here? Let's go back to the chat. All right, so we're currently at the Sunset Bar. So what else we have implemented? So we done, okay. You can menu. Any of the locations right now, the restaurants all have a menu. And I have designed it so it didn't spam too much, that if a menu is multiple pages, it'll default show the first page. And then if it'll tell you if there's more than one pages, and you just say menu space 2, and it'll put in page 2, for example. So it looks like we got pina coladas, we got Mai Tais and tropical fruits and whatever. And so you can use the currency you have in game to purchase the stuff. I don't know how much I have, so one of the other commands we have in place is balance. So I currently have 210 Tropical Paradise Resort bucks. So we can buy something. So it's so just like with the go-to, the go-to command, it doesn't have to be perfect, but again, if you remove spaces and combine words, it won't match that. But we can buy an item, so we can buy like the coconut shrimp. And there we go. You purchase coconut shrimp for 15 bucks. It's absolutely delicious, and it's deducted my money. So now I have 195 TPR bucks, and we'll implement some functionality with that. Definitely going to implement getting drunk. Drunk. If too many drinks in too short of a time, you can increase your level of intoxication. After a certain level, you will pass out and be timed out in chat. Additionally, other levels of intoxication will have you fail commands or implement them incorrectly. What I mean by that is if you're drunk, not passed out, and you say go to pool, it may take you to the sauna or something like that. Like you can't even figure out where you're going, or you try to go to your room and you stumble to the room next door and your key card don't work. Things like that. And then now I'm thinking about it, pool, you may fall in and have to get saved by a lifeguard. Go to command will be random. Some areas will be more dangerous. You can never die. But, again, you may fall into the pool and need lifeguard help. Timed out in chat. All right, let's put that in. So there's lots we can do with this ability and have some fun with it. All right, so what have we shown? We've shown going to locations. So we've shown the menu. If someone were in your area, so if someone else was at the Sunset Beach Bar, it would say, hey, so-and-so is there. We're going to implement you can buy a round of drinks for people, which would be kind of cool. You can interact more with people that are in your room. Some of the things you may have activities, and maybe you can increase skill better if you do activities together or something, depending upon what the activity is, or maybe the activity requires other people, so maybe you need at least 3 people on the beach to play beach volleyball, for example. And we can have random bots, so if it requires 4 people to play at least volleyball, there can always be a random amount of bots available, NPCs. Let's add that. Beach volleyball. And you know what? Even still then, require at least 4 people to participate. May introduce NPCs. But the number willing to play beach volleyball will be random. right? And then I actually want to go ahead, now I'm thinking about that, we can introduce NPCs in the game. Introduce NPCs. This will be a lot of fun. So, they will have their preferences. Some will always be at the bar. Some will wander around to different locations and do different activities, etc. So that'll be cool. What else do we have here? So, what have we shown? So we've shown who. What else do we have? Command. We've done balance. We've done menu. We've done buy. The only ones we haven't really shown is go to. Excuse me. Go to room. And what room am I in? Hold on. I'm room 516. So I can go to room. I'll just show you 980, 934. And I don't have a room key for it. But I can go to room 516. There I am. So now if I do status, I'm currently checked in. I'm currently in room 516, and I have a few more experience points. I'm assigned a room, and I have these room keys. And you can give a key to someone, so I think it's give key. I don't know if she's logged on or not. She's not. I don't think anybody else is logged in right now that's checked in. But you can do basically go to location, and I can see I need to fix my chat there. I can see that it's wrong. So we're going to go ahead and fix that while we're at it, while I'm thinking about it. So we're going to go back to here, and we're going to do edit panels. And I put the exclamation point on those ones up top, but somehow I forgot to put them on these. Go to room, give key, who, balance, and buy. All right. So that's fixed. I want to implement, let's add another one. Implement help command. Basically, if you just do exclamation help, it'll tell you some of the starter commands, and then you can do list out more or whatever. So basically a way in game to get more information. Or maybe would probably be better is to link them somewhere that they can go to, maybe to our Discord or something. All right, so I think we've covered the current functionality that exists. Check in, check out, status, resort status, locations, go to room, give key. We didn't really do it, but we'll do that some other time. Who, balance, menu, and buying of items. So let's go look at our issues, and we're going to just tackle some here. So some of the older ones, which I need to figure out. So we're using GitHub, and we're using GitHub issues to just kind of track things that are open. So like I've closed a couple. So this one, the text was, I added that, and this was crashing, but I fixed this. And in fact, you can even see what the fix is. So when I check in code, you can actually see the code that was associated with it. So CheckXP now uses username. So previously, CheckXP was looking at user ID. It was keeping track of user ID and the variables in streamer.bot, and then we changed it to username. And so then the CheckXP was crashing. And so you can actually see the pull request. Where is the link? Yeah, so this is the pull request that I put in. So this is what was changed. So you can see the old code was getting an array of user IDs. And I just changed the name of the variable to be correct. So now it's getting an array of usernames, and then instead of usernames, blah 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 blah. And so the real heart of the change is instead of getting the current XP by calling get Twitch user variable by ID, we now call get Twitch user variable and pass in the username. So that's how we're kind of tracking that stuff. So let's go to open, and then we can label stuff like, yeah, we can label them things. We could probably do things like, oh, this is MVP, not MVP, stuff like that. We're not going to work on something, etc. So let's do this. So I think, how do I label? So can we label this? All right, do that. All right, and then what I want to do is let's add a label and let's call it alpha 1. So these are things that we definitely want to do for our current release. And then I want to do another one called alpha 2. And these are things that we definitely want to do for the next release after that. Now we can go back to this one here, implement help command. And let's go ahead and let's just say this needs to be, I'll refresh. There we go. This needs to be alpha 1. So a way to navigate, or do I always got to go back to them? All right, so let's do label, and let's filter on unlabeled. So introduce NBCs, beach volleyball, drunk. We jamming, baby? You're all right. You're okay. This is definitely so this is a feature. New feature. All right. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to flag it for a particular release yet. I don't know when we're going to do that. This one's definitely a new feature, but we're not going to label it for a release. This one's definitely a new feature. I haven't really used, we use ADO for my work, and I've used Jira in the past. I haven't really used this, so maybe I'm doing this incorrectly. Maybe I should be using projects. Built like a spreadsheet, project tables give you a live canvas and filter, sort, and group issues and pull requests. Tailor them to your needs. All right, feature. Team planning, feature release. Yeah, Kanban, bug tracker, Airtable. Let's do this one. All right. Let's call this Alpha 1. This is what we want to do. Let's call this Alpha 1. So now, let's do where was the help one? Let's clear the filters. There we go. So now I can assign it to that. There we go. There we go. And now I can get a status like in progress, etc. Nice. So let's remove that label and let's edit our labels. Can I delete these? Let's delete that one. Yep. And let's delete that one. All right, and then let's create another project. Um, so projects are outside of repositories. So I'm going to, can I rename this? Let's call it Tropical Paradise Resort Alpha 1. There we go. One, two, three. There we go. All right, we're back. All right, Kitty, you need to move. Save changes. And then let's create. Let's go to here. Yep, and let's create a new project. And this may not be the right way. Like I said, I'm familiar with Jira and ADO. I haven't used this one yet, so we're gonna do. Oh, shit, what just happened? TPR Alpha 2. All right. So things are gonna either be labeled for Alpha 1 or Alpha 2. All right, and we deleted those labels. So let's go back to our issues here, and let's. We just want unlabeled. Introduce NPCs. Drunk. All right, there we go. Labels. Yeah, that's definitely probably gonna be later on, but we'll do new feature. All right, let's close that one. This one will definitely be a non-alpha 1, alpha 2. This way I can filter and know the more immediate items I need to work on. I'm debating this. I do want to implement at least an MVP of a time chat. So what I think I'm going to do is feature and let's log it in alpha 2 for now. All right. This is going to be an enhancement. And we're not going to put that on a particular release. Knock if no room key can ask kernel. I want to get this an MVP. I want if I'm going to implement something, I want to implement it right. I don't think it's right. You can go to. I think this is kind of cool, and I'm going to put this in the project one. So enhancement, and we're going to do for alpha 1. All right, so now if we refresh this, we 21 open. The 21 open that don't have any labels. So let's open up a few more. Yeah, I gotta really look at this. My main goal is I don't want people gaining XP while I'm not actively streaming. And I implemented a closing the resort or whatever, but it just didn't seem to really work the way that I wanted it to. So I'm okay with you being checked in, and I go off stream, and then I go start another stream. I guess you need to be viewing. Okay, so um, to get XP must be, let's see here, stream must be active and viewer is active. Okay. Whatever Twitch command shows that they're a participant in there, that's what we'll do to determine whether they get XP or not. And so that definitely is an MVP. So, yeah, this is definitely something I need to get in project. I want to get that as part of the base release. All right. This is a bug. I think this may be fixed. We're going to just try to reproduce it. And we want to do this before alpha. It's important that if you do your rewards, that you get the conversion points. When I was reading, also streamer.bot had an update, and some of it was literally around streamer rewards. This is a bug. Well, it's an enhancement, but this is annoys me. So we're gonna definitely do this for MVP Alpha 1. All right, and add a change key. Add a change key will be bright. You need to terrible edit. Add change key can randomly break. All right, there we go. This is something enhancement, and I'm going to flag this as Alpha 2 functionality. I do want to get this in. I don't think it'll be too hard, and it just gives that realism feel. All right, so now we have 17 more. Let's bring up a few more. Add events, random events. Probably post Alpha 2. Just leave it like that for now. Add avatar for on-screen message. Yeah, so this is definitely Alpha 2. So enhancement and the core functionality of Alpha 2. All right. Update, checkout, user only call, run actions instead of calling C# code. We'll decide if we're going to implement this or not, and we're going to decide if we're going to implement this at all in Alpha 1. So we'll close this issue regardless. This is Alpha 1 functionality, enhancement, and project Alpha 1. All right, and I'm going to label this as Alpha 2. All right, pounded through these. All right. I may, like I said, I think I'm going to I'm not going to do this. I'm more the other one where you don't get XP unless the stream is active and you're active is probably better anyway. I can close the resort so just nothing can happen, but I don't think we're going to implement this. I implemented it, but I've already disabled it. I just wasn't able to test it, so I didn't close it. So I think we're going to do label won't fix, and let's close issue. Decided to not do this and rely on Let's do this. Let's filter on projects alpha 1. Yeah, there we go. Whatever one this one is. Issue 25. All right. So that one's closed. Won't fix. Might not do this either. We're just going to won't fix and close this issue out. Add common code structure abilities. Excuse me. I do want to have this figured out how I want to do this. There's multiple ways we can go about doing this. I just want to have this figured out by alpha 2, not necessarily alpha 1. It's more code refactoring. We'll call it an enhancement though. All right, buy a round of drinks. We'll flag. I don't want to make too much in alpha 1, so we're just going to put this alpha 2. And this is definitely post. And then more as a general one. I just don't want to forget it. We'll implement specific places, and those will probably have their individual tickets. But for now, we'll keep that on there. And I think I've already closed this. Oh yeah, I've already talked about this one. All right, let's see how many more we got left. 7 more. Yep, I think currently the locations that I currently have are going to be alpha 1 and 2. So enhancement, and it'll be post alpha 2. Enhancement, post alpha 2, labels, enhancement, and post alpha 2. All right, 4 more. Let's open these all up. We're going to do enhancement and post alpha 2. This is an alpha 1 requirement. All right. I consider this MVP functionality. Enhancement and alpha 1. All right. And last one, you can only drink so often. And we're going to put that in the alpha 2. We may even have to do alpha 2. I'd like to get this in for alpha 2, but we'll see. All right, so we've gone through our list. So now we have, let's remove our labels. We have 25 tickets. And currently we have 9 are flagged for alpha 1, right? So these are the most important items to work on. Excuse me. So now I have a means of when I come in and I put in, when I'm not really having a chance of working my code, I now have the ability to kind of go and quickly put in a new feature and decide whether it's important, not important, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of keep track of it. So let's tackle one here. Let's do something easy. All right, I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to put a disclaimer on the open and check-in commands, and I'll show you what this is. So here's my check-in command. So when you check in today, so let's revisit what happens today when you check in. So my status, I'm currently checked in. All right, and let's check out. All right, so we've successfully checked out. Let me see our status. We can see that we're no longer checked in. Not checked in. So this is the message you get when you check in. Oh, hey, TTV. What's going on? Yeah, we're this is working on my Tropical Paradise Resort RPG. And you can see in the upper right-hand corner the current commands that are live and in-game. Happy for you to participate while we're coding. You can check in just like I'm doing. Oh, the audio crispy today too. Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of different stuff. I'm currently gone away from the 2-stream PC setup just to get some more times to deal with that. So I'm currently back to my 1-stream PC setup. And a lot of it, I think, is a webcam software. I've kind of changed that right now. All right, so let's check in. So I want to change the message a little bit. So you have checked into the Tropical Paradise Resort. We can see XLG is checked in. And I want to change this message. So I want to do the MMO message, and that you can have your experience points wiped out until I've kind of gone live and released a first version. And welcome to the stream as well, Ash Nicole 522. I want to put a disclaimer message on there, so that's what one of the tickets is. So we're just going to go in, and so the check-in message basically says "Welcome back." And here's what's really, really cool. So you can see where for XLG he's never checked in before, so it says "Welcome XLG TTV," right? Whereas Ashley, she's been to the hotel before, and so it literally goes "Welcome back, Ash Nicole." So that's kind of cool. It's got the nice little variance of knowing whether you've been here before or not. So I just want to put a small little disclaimer on the message. Check in. Let's see here. What's the message? Welcome. You have checked into the hotel. Let's do this. You run GitHub Desktop up, and we're going to create a branch real quick. An old man observer. Check in. Oh, let's call it disclaimer. Let's just do that. All right, so now we got our branch here. All right, so let's say here. Digital Code Owl, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Well, but one of the things you can do, XLG, especially everybody's playing games, right? So you can always suggest, hey, what if you do this, and what if you do that? And I'll post this replay. If you kind of go through, you can see some of the features that I'm working on and how we're going to do this. But it's going to work very much like a multi-user dungeon did back in the day. It's an MMO, but it's a chat MMO. All right, so I got distracted there. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was implementing my disclaimer. So, welcome, blah, blah, blah. Enjoy your stay, your current XP. Let's just throw one more message here. This is the first time message, and you can see the difference between welcome back and welcome. This is currently early access. We're going to use the dreaded early access word. We're going to use the early access. Your data can. We're just going to say can. I'm not even going to sure. I mean, it's not like this is PAX Day or something. Can be wiped. Some people have already got upset when they lost their XP. You know anything about that, baby? All right, so we just wanted, this is our early access disclaimer. Thanks for the gift, XLG. I really, really appreciate it. It looks like SGTLYN, Sergeant Lynn, maybe? All right, so I wanted to get the early access on the check-in, and then what was the other place that I wanted to put that in? On the open command too. So let's put that on the open resort as well. So this is only an admin only command. Thank you for the subscription, Digital Code Owl. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I've got a hype train. I think this might be my first hype. I think you did a hype train one time. It's my second hype train, I believe. But yes, thank you, very much appreciate it. You should actually, for both the people that have subscribed, you should now have some more icons, emote icons, and as we build this tropical resort hotel, there definitely will be features added on based upon subscription level and stuff like that. All right, so we want to do one more disclaimer here. Is now open. Check in. Let's do. Let's do. We'll just do the same thing right here. All right, so we're gonna save all this, and this is the unfortunate thing. Streamer.bot isn't integrated directly with GitHub, so I like to work with GitHub. I like to have a proper trains control. You're gonna do this while I'm gonna tap on the keyboard. Rick Wendy. Oh, never mind. I'm used to it being that one. It's not integrated with ChatGPT, so the unfortunate thing is I use Visual Studio Code and then I use GitHub to kind of keep track of the code. But there's no getting around the way to get the code into um, StreamerBot is you just unfortunately have to copy and paste it. So here's my open resort command. Where's the open resort command? It's under admin, open resort. And here's my code. And we're just going to update the code. And we're going to compile that, make sure it compiles, save and compile. So that's in. And then I got to do the same thing for check-in. So Control A, Control C. I wish it's more integrated, and I might actually try to find where the actual physical file is. There may not be a clean text file for this, but if there is, then I may just map my Visual Studio folder to that, and then it'll just be checked in directly. But I don't know if what the hell they do the file structure for StreamerBot. Let me make sure I'm in the right one. Yes, I do want to close that segment. Yep, I need to do close check in. Here we go. All right, Control A, Control V, compile. All right, so we'll keep our eye on that. The next time someone new checks in, they should get a unique disclaimer message. Anybody that's currently on there, and you know what? What I'll do is I'll just delete my account. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to, what are we going to do here? How are we going to test this? Well, we're going to close the hotel. Let's see if we got this all right. So I'm going to close it on you all. And I'll just show you a little bit behind the scenes here, which is the whole purpose of the stream. So in StreamerBot, you can see all the variables, and there's two types of variables. And I don't know if I'm going to continue to use this way of doing it. I'm just kind of MVP using the built-in functionality. But there's global variables, like the name of the hotel, who's checked in. And then there's user-specific variables, like here is my stuff. So you can see that I'm checked in. I'm in the lobby. I have this room and so forth and so on, right? So when I close this, everybody should get checked out. All right, so everybody is, yep, resort's closed, blah, blah, blah. So now we can test the open resort. In fact, it should show, it should now, the global variable. Yeah, nobody's checked in. And now if we open resort, we should now have the new disclaimer. Yep, this is currently early access. Your data can be wiped. So we got the new disclaimers on there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe my data. I won't wipe out anybody else's data. Persisted user variables. I'm going to delete all mine. So it looks like I'm a brand new person. All right, so now when I check in, it's going to think that this is the very first time I've ever checked in. Let me clear. Okay, I've got that one done. Check in. So now I should get the disclaimer. There we go. So welcome, old man. You've checked in. This is currently early access. You're now in the lobby. So now I'm all fresh. I don't have any money or anything. Status. You should, yeah. You can recheck in now. But now you've checked in before. That's a bug. if I close the resort, it still kind of keeps some of your stuff. Um, it's a bug in that some of your stuff was kept that what you were assigned to. In fact, you should see you now assigned to 2 rooms, so this needs to be cleared out. So I'm going to report a bug on that, and we're going to clean that up. On not now, but I do want to put that down as a bug. So let's open this up. Let's do a new issue. Checkout leaves the room number assigned to. Closing resort also is not fully checking everybody out. All right, so we're going to put that as a bug, and we're going to label that for MVP, Alpha 1. That's important. I need the basic functionality working right. All right, so we got that bug noted. This one's all done though, so we're good. So now I can go into Visual Studio here and make sure I've saved it all, and we're going to push this up into GitHub. Disclaimers added to open and check in. And we're going to publish that branch. And then we're going to do a pull request. In addition, we're going to take our feature here and we're going to tie this to a branch. Tropical, and this one is the disclaimer one. So this issue will close when I close this branch and pull it in. All right, so this is good. Great pull request. All right, code looks good. So this is the changes. So this is why in the history I can check to see. So check-in has this change and that change. This will definitely be very helpful a year from now, 6 months from now, when like, oh, what exactly did I do to implement this feature? So it may seem like a lot of overhead what I'm doing right now. You can just cut and paste and be all done. But a year from now, I'd be like, gosh, how did I implement their? Not that I'm going to do it for this one, but for any of the features, I can go back to my entire history of issues. I can go look the code to see exactly what code I did for that particular feature. So you can see here, now I can look at this issue and always see how I actually implemented that feature. So we're going to go ahead and merge that. So this will kill the branch. It'll delete my branch, so my branch is gone. And it's all squashed in, and now that issue, if we refresh it, should be closed, and it's associated with that branch. So again, for later on, if I want to look to see what was done for that, that's all I have to do. So that's me bringing 30 years of software engineering experience. So even though I'm new to streamer.bot and doing this kind of stuff, and I've never developed a multi-user dungeon, I have done a lot of development over the years, and these are basic stuff that you may not appreciate it when you're first writing code, but boy, you really appreciate it later on when you're trying to understand what's going on, what happens when you've introduced a complicated bug and stuff like that, or when you're working with multiple people on the project. So if we ever get multiple people helping out with the project, this is just the proper way to work with source code. It just is. All right, so we squashed one out today. Let's go back to our issues and let's filter on Alpha 1. So now we're down to, I think we increased it because we added a couple of things. What else is easy? So let's do, I want to do this one. So I want to implement this one. Currently, you can give a key to someone. So I can go to here. And even though, so it works just like a real hotel. When you check in, you get 2 room keys. So I have 2 room keys, right? And so just like in a real hotel, you get a couple of key cards, scan cards or whatever, and your guests or whatever, significant other, wife, whatever, you can give them a card. and then you both have a card. And so just like in this game, you can give your card to someone else, or maybe you're at the bar and you meet somebody, you can give them a card and they can go back up into your room. Um, right now, you don't have to be in the same location. So even if I go to the Sunset Bar, for example, I'm now in the Sunset Bar. And can you do exclamation point status? Ash Nicole is in the lobby. So even though we're not in the same physical location, I can still give key at Ash. Can't type. And then what is my room number? And since you might have multiple keys and you may have a different key to a different room, you do have to specify the key that you're given. So now I can give her this key. And so now if I do my status, I only have one key left. So, and you can give this away just like in real life. You can give both of the keys away, and then you can't go to the your room. I am going to implement a functionality of going to the lobby and getting basically a new key, whether it's gone bad or you've handed them all out and you can invalidate them or whatever. So just like a real hotel, you can go to the lobby and get a new key. So can you do status? So now when you look at Ash Nicole, you'll see that she has 3 keys. She has her 2 room keys, and then she'll have that. I think what I want to do, so this made me just think of a feature. So what would happen in real life, right? Is you would check in together and then you would just automatically do it. So I think what I'm going to do is implement check in with command. So you can check in. You can check in, but then you can also check in with someone else, and then you would get one of the cards, and you could both already have the same room. This is to allow guests to have the same assigned to room. Have the same assigned to room. Additionally, need to add permissions so that random people can't randomly check in with someone else. Right. So just like in real life, you just can't say, "Hey, check in with me." So you have to flag each other as saying someone that I'll authorize check in with. This will definitely be a much later down the road feature enhancement. And let's label. We're not going to label for Alpha 1 or Alpha 2. This will be post any of that stuff. All right. So to implement this, here's the give key. So I can physically write this code myself, but I've really enjoyed working with ChatGPT to do it because it's done little bitty things to it. Like it automatically gives me text with these little symbols for certain things. When you do location allowance, see how it's got lobby, it's got like it just automatically generated the nice icons for it. And so I've been using it to pound out, right? So what we're gonna do is this. I'll show you how I've been leveraging it. We're going to generate a prompt for ChatGPT. I have a give key command that allows yeah, it's really, really cool. If you know, and I tell my developers and stuff in my current job today, man, if you aren't using ChatGPT every day, you're doing yourself a disservice. You are significantly doing yourself a disservice. It can do so much for you. It's amazing. You still need to know how to program. You still need to know how to put the pieces together, but it can just pound so much out to you. And I've enjoyed kind of using it here because when I told it stuff to develop, it then has put in extra features and things. I go, you know what? That's a good idea. Like it's literally like having another developer with you. He's going, oh, what if you also did this and that? You'll see here. I have a give key command that allows, you'll see, a viewer to give a key to another viewer. I would like to enhance this function to require the viewers to be at the same location. And the location for each user is let's see here. So you got to specify which key too. So because you may acquire multiple keys in the game, so you do have to specify the key as well. So it's givekey, user, and then the room number. The location for each user. Here is the givekey command code, and then down below is the go to location code, so you can see which variable is being used. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this, go to, there you go. If you both do the statuses, you'll see the keys have been updated. All right, let's just go ahead and give it all that. Actually, yeah, Control A, Control C, and we're gonna put this in here. All right, Control A, Control C, and then you'll see how cool. And then I'm using the newest ChatGPT, so you may have been familiar with 3.5, and then more recently they produced 4.0. Now they have this 01 preview, which is even more powerful, and it's supposed to be working on a version 5, but this one's pretty slick. So we're just going to punch this all in. And it takes thanks a little bit longer. It's more powerful. All right, to enhance your give key command so that both the sender and recipient must be in the same location to transfer a view key, you need to retrieve both users' current locations. Compare the locations to ensure they're the same. Proceed with the key transfer the same. Inform the sender if they're not in the same location. So what we'll do is let's go back to the main branch. And let's create a new branch. Old observer, give key location. We're going to create a new branch. All right, we'll publish this up. And let's go punch this into give key. Control A, Control V. And we'll be able to see the coding changes, but I'm sure there's just a quick retrieve users. You can see, so this is the code that it added. In fact, you can see the green mark there. So it's grabbing the sender's location now. It's grabbing the recipient's location. And just comparing, just doing some, and this is cool stuff. Like a programmer might not right off the bat check for things for as null or empty and some other things. So it just kind of goes and put it in, and notice how it goes ahead and puts the warning icon sign, right? So that's kind of cool. Like it's a message of a certain type. And then ChatGPT also, if I use the same message, will remember all the history of everything I told it. So it knows what I'm working on. It knows I'm working on a tropical paradise resort chat RPG that's going to be implemented in Twitch. All right, so there's just a little bit more robust code, and it just really is quicker and better than what I had before. So let's save this. So now let's put this into streamer.bot. That's the variables here. Hold on, there you are. So let's go to give key. Let's take the code, Control A, Control V, compile it. Looks good. So now it's implemented. So at this point in time, you should not be able to give a key to someone that's not your location. So we'll test this out. So let's bring up chat. chat. All right, so I believe. So I'm 576. Can you do status, baby? Yep. She's already got her 2 keys, and I have it. And I am where I'm at the Sunset Bar. So before I was able to give her a key. So now if I do give key at Ash Nicole, and then 576, it'll say you're not in the same location. So she's in the lobby. So if I go to lobby and give key, Ash Nicole, and what was our number? 576. Bang, bang, bang. All works. It works just like real life. Went back to the lobby. Hey, baby, I forgot to give you a key. Here you go. Boom. So now that feature is all in. Yeah, I know. I can change that. I can fix that. All right. So, but I could do that in real life. I can grab a key, and then I could give you a key, and then I could go to the bar, get drunk, and then come back to the lobby and go, baby, I forgot to give you a key, and then I give you my other key, even though I'd already given you a key. So it's just like real life. Okay, so now we can just we saved that. Rock and roll. Let's get that all up into GitHub. So there you can see the changes. So here's our delta. So there was actually a few little letters. So it added a variable for the target user, received the username, and then obviously it got the locations of both of them, and then it compared it so you can see all the coding changes it made. So, oh man, check for same location for give key. And then let's also commit that. Let's push that up into GitHub. And then let's associate that with the branch. And give key. There we go. Apply it to that. And then preview the pull request, create pull request, create the pull request. Normally in a larger development environment, like what we do in my work, for example, is if I was the person who coded it, you would do, yeah, working like magic. If I was the person who did the coding, if I had multiple people in this team, I would then, when I did this pull request, we would have the rules set up to where someone else would have to review it before it was officially committed to the main branch. And but I'm the only one working on it, so there's nothing to do. But that's what we would in a larger project. The whole purpose of this is to give a chance for somebody to review it, go, yeah, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and put that in. But I'm both the reviewer and the coder. But I like that now. If I ever want to, this is all closed. This issue's closed now. And if I ever want to see, gosh, how did I implement the check for same location stuff? I can go in and go, oh, this is what I did. I added to give key CS. I added this code here. So it's all checked in there and worked with it. And so you can even see when I go look at code. So let's go look at check-in. So I can look at the history of check-in. So we added disclaimers, added money into the game. I've implemented the who's command. I've done different things, right? It's been changed to this. And then this one, if we look at give key, we can do history. We can see the initial hotel room functionality, check-in permissions for followers, and give same location for key. And you can see what the actual changes were. So this one, if I was curious, what was I doing here? What's it got to do? So for give key, this is where we were switching. So this is one place where ChatGPT was awesome. It changed keeping track of the users in the game instead of a user ID, which is a random letter of numbers and strings, to username. So when it did that, it then had to go to all the functions and change, instead of get Twitch user variable by ID, it had to change it to get Twitch user variable by the name. So that's a case where ChatGPT was super awesome in helping that out. All right, so we've done 2. Let's go to our issues log. Let's filter on Alpha 1. We're down to 8. 8 more, and we're going to have Alpha 1 ready. But some of these are more complicated. The skills ones is going to take a little bit of time. Probably do that next Thursday, because we'll dedicate the whole stream to adding the skills to the game. We're trying to just pound out some easier ones. This one's easy. Discord TPR announcement. So every so often you'll see it says, here's my Discord. Here's the Tropical Paradise Resorts. And it's pounding them all out, sending them all out at the same time. So this one's not really code base. It's here. So I have a timer for, what do we have here? So I have a Discord timer. So this runs every 10 minutes and posts a message about Discord. And then I have this announcement. So let's move this. First of all, that's not really a user command. Let's rename this. Can I edit? Rename. So these are user commands. And announce is really announce is really an admin. It's not even really admin, but it's not a user command. So let's put an admin for now. This is grouping. So this guy's also a timer that's running every probably 10 minutes. So what I think I want to do though is I want to change both timers to be random. So let's do here. So I think that's under, this is where I'm not real familiar with streamer.bot. So we're going to go into commands. I'm thinking settings, timed actions. So here's my Discord one, Tropical RPG announcements. You can see, actually this one's every, looks like 10, what is 600 is 10 minutes. So 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So Discord is every 30 minutes. Tropical RPG is every 20 minutes. So what I was curious is, what does random do? There we go. Do I want random? But I don't like there. So there are times when they pound out at the same time. So I could not do them easy mass of them. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. I don't want it too terribly off, but so let's just make him 17. Let's make him 1600 seconds, and then that one's 1800 seconds, and that'll be good enough for me. So changed streamer.bot timers to be 1800 for Discord announcement. And every once in a while, a very long while, they'll actually have the same time, but that won't happen too terribly often. Streamer timers to be 1800 for Discord announcements, and what did I say, 1600? 1600 seconds for TPRG announcement. The TPR is Tropical Paradise Resort. All right, so that one is closed with comment. Done. And then automatically, when I close it, it automatically marks it as done too in the project. That's nice. All right, so we're getting there. We are getting there. Let's see how we're doing on issues. Let's filter to Alpha 1, down to 7. Check out Lee's room. We'll do that a little bit later. Implement help command, knock if room. Can ask current occupants if they can enter. Let's do the help command, and I'll really show you how cool this is. Again, the power of ChatGPT. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our current text that we have. So again, we're going to go back to our notepad here, and we're going to paste this. For my Tropical Paradise Resort RPG, I have implemented the following commands. I would like to implement a help command with the following features. Help. If help has no parameters, it displays the first page of the help list. It should show how many pages. So will display the first page and limit a page to 5 commands. Let's do 4 commands only. Commands only. Exist. Testing 1, 2, 3. There we go. Just batteries down on the Bluetooth. So help will display the first page and limit a page to 4 commands only. Help page and number will display the commands for that page. Help and command will display detailed text about the command. Let's see here. When doing help command, it should work with both the exclamation point and not. I.e. help go to and help go to should both display the detail help for go to. Let's do this should only display which commands exist. All right. What else features do we need? So help has no parameters. It'll display the first page of the help list. It should show how many pages exist. So help will display the first page and limit a page to 10 commands only. This should only display which commands exist and no details. Help page number will display the commands for that page. Help command will display the detailed text about that command. When doing help command, it should work with both the exclamation point and not, i.e. help go to and help go to should both display the help for go to. bang, 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 bang. There we go. And let's get rid of that. Oops. Not what I meant to do. I need that left in. There we go. And finally, let's put that back in. Feel free to enhance the detailed help for each command to be clear and concise. All right, but also robust. Perhaps give an example. This is how cool this shit is. So I'm going to put this in and then go to here and put this bad boy in here. What we know we're going to have, so while he's thinking, we're going to go into here and we're going to create a new branch. So let's go back to main. Let's make sure we got all the latest code, pull origin. And let's create a new branch. And let's do help. Create branch. All right, and we're going to add a new help command, help.c#. And let's see what good old ChatGPT has to say. Sure, below is the code for your help command. Incorporates all the features you requested. The command provides paginated list of available commands and detailed help for specific commands accepting both formats with or without the exclamation point. Bang, 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 bang. So copy code. Put this in here. All right, let's save. And then we're going to go into streamer.bot. And we're going to do actions. And we're going to create a new action. And we're going to call this help. I need somebody help. And let's put that under user commands. All right. That's going to trigger off of a command, a trigger command. We're going to create a new command. It's kind of confusing. It took me a bit to get used to how streamer.bot works. But help is the name of the command. All right. And okay. And then we're going to execute some C# code. So core, C#, execute code, Control A, Control V, compile, save and compile. Boom, there it's live. So now we should be able to go into here. Let's see if it works. Hey, look at that. I don't like that it did it all as separate. We're probably going to put a timer on this. I won't do it for now, but we'll probably put a timer on this. I don't want it spam too much. What I really want to do, let's go ahead and put a feature. Let's go ahead and let's do this because I don't want all that spam chat in there. So move help to an external wiki or Discord. So help in the future will just provide the link to the robust help. Something like that. So let's do enhancement and documentation, and probably want to do that for Alpha 2. By that time, we're probably starting to get lots of commands and stuff. Or we may, or maybe send the user a whisper so they can get detailed help and it won't bog everybody else down. Or both. Yeah. All right, so that's all in there. So now I can link this. So that looks good. So let's publish this bad boy. Added help command. Oh, let's test it out first before we. I mean, we only did one thing, so let's do this. So let's go back to here and let's do help. See, it put the text in there, and I really didn't want that, but that's just fine. Let me see what happens if it does help. Give key. Yeah, it does. At least that one provides an example. And I put it all in there, so we might change some of that stuff. So it didn't quite do my requirements exactly how I wanted them. I wanted more of a comma delimited list of commands when you do help without it. And in fact, let me show you what I can do. I can go, it's kind of close. So what I can do is, uh, so we're going to go here and we're going to say this is a good start. However, when the user just does help with no parameters, I don't want the detailed text for each command. It puts too much text in the chat. Change it to only display the command name. In a help display the command name in a comma delimited list. I don't want separate Twitch chat messages sent. Only one Twitch chat message sent. So if you got some code, you're not quite happy with what it did, you can go back to it and say, hey, yeah, you're close, but go do this. And this, like I said, this new, more powerful one's a little bit slower, but it gives fabulous, good stuff. Yeah, it even shows you how it's doing it. Cool. So let's take this, copy code, and let's put it into here. Control A, Control V. And let's save that, and let's put it into streamer.bot. So we're on help. And Control A, Control V, and compile. And all right, that looks good. So now we should have our feature in, hopefully. There, much better. So now I didn't spam a whole bunch, and it looks like we got 2 pages of command. Do we really have 2 pages of commands? Help, page 2. Oh, yeah, but we'll have more. So that keeps it from spamming too much. And when we get lots of commands, then we'll see how many are good to have on one page. But now I can do help, help, and let's do a new one. Let's do buy. Yep. And I'll show you some of the functionality. So right now I don't have, and I'm going to have means of acquiring currency in game, but right now the only way to acquire currency is to spend some of your channel points. So right now I don't have any money. Let's see here. There is a balance command. Yeah, $0. So you can redeem some points to get some. It basically is 100 to 1. There's three of them. You can convert 100 Hawaiian shirts to $1, or you can do 1,000 to $10, or 10,000 to $100. So now I can go to let's go to a bar. Let's go to a bar I haven't been to yet. I don't think I've been to. Let's go to the casino bar. All right, let's see what's on its menu there. Ooh, we got old fashioned. We got gin and tonic. Let's get an old fashioned. Yeah, it was delightful. Cool. It works. All right, so that's still working. All right, so we can check this in now. Did I associate that feature with the branch first? And help. I don't think I've published this yet. Let's push this up. Adding help command. Publish branch. All right, let's refresh. So now if I'm not looking for repository. There we go. Oh, there it is right there. All right, so now that's associated. So let's create a pull request. And let's create a pull request. And going through, doing our checks. Let's squash and merge. And that should close out my thing. Yep, it's closed out. So we're getting there. So let's see what we got now left. Issues. We got 24 issues, 8 closed. Let's see how many are flagged for Alpha 1. So we're down to 6 issues for Alpha 1. Let's see if we can pound out a couple more here. Instead of open and close the resort, maybe XP. Oh, here we go. So I think there's probably a few ways to do this. I can probably do this in a streamer.bot way, but I think I like to do this in code. So we're going to do this. Once again, we're going to just jump into ChatGPT and have it pound out the logic for us. So we're going to delete this. And we're going to say, I currently have the following C# code that executes every 10 minutes and gives XP to every viewer that is checked into the hotel. I'd like to update this code to only give XP if the following conditions are met. My stream is active. The viewer is active. I'm not clear on how to determine that exactly. All right, so one of the downsides that I know, so this I think may change the industry in terms of especially things that are public APIs and functionality. So when ChatGPT was trained, streamer.bot 0.1 was out. And so what it's aware of in terms of commands and functionality are 0.1. I'm on version 2.4. And when they went from 0.1 to 0.2, they significantly changed a lot. And so, unfortunately, ChatGPT isn't aware of those changes, and I have to kind of format it and communicate with it about what has changed. Um, and so, I think, especially if you have something that you want people to do, you want to take advantage of these AI tools being able to help out end users. And so, you should probably, as a best practice, be very careful about breaking changes of your public APIs and interfaces and so forth, because then you lose the power of these large language models helping out your end users of how to use it and stuff. So I've definitely had to hold ChatGPT hands saying, hey, this command's gone, but here's the functionality that they have implemented, and then it was able to do it for it. And so some of the stuff, they changed how the user variables and stuff are handled. They used to have their own system, but now they're relying upon Twitch variables to do it, and that functionality is just not aware of it. So we'll see what it does here, and let's give it the code. Give key, not give key. We want to do check for XP. Control A, Control C, and we're gonna put that in here. And we'll probably have to refine a little bit, but we'll get the discussion started with ChatGPT. Here, let's put him in. And it remembers the history. It knows what I'm doing. I had to restart my session, so I don't have it from the very beginning. But when I was working with it from the very beginning, it was super nice because it just knew everything that I implemented. And it knew how I implemented it. And it was aware of all my code. Now I have to kind of remind it, oh, here's the code that I currently have, just because I lost the history. And that was on my end. All right, here we go. Is streaming, determine the viewer is active. Yeah, that's what I was, unfortunately. We might look at this code and we may determine that the way I'll fix that is tie XP and levels more to activities than anything else. Um, so we'll probably implement this, but I think ultimately XP is going to be tied to doing activities in the game, and so therefore it'll become a moot point. So right now I'm just having you acquire XP. All right, so let's see here. Let's go check out the new code. All right, let's change our branch. Let's create a new one and new branch. XP requirements. All right, and let's go and let's check out the new code. So let's see what he's doing here. This is right off the bat. This is the one that I'm more worried wanting to have. I really don't want people getting XP while I'm not actually streaming. And then it's getting all the people who are checked in. And what is he doing? Active viewers contained. So where does it get active viewers from? Okay, we'll see what that does. We'll go with it for now. We'll see how it works. All right, so let's put this in the streamer.bot. So this one is here. Control A, Control V. Yeah, see, this is, I think, an old command. It doesn't exist anymore. So this is one of the unfortunate things is because it's trained off of the old API and they changed it. If they hadn't had such significant changes, I wouldn't run into some of these issues. And I'm gonna have to go find the documentation myself and tell it what the new functions are. So, but that's okay. It is what it is. I get the following compile time error. It's just basically saying this function doesn't exist, which it may have in 1.01 and doesn't in 0.2. They probably got a new thing. So let's do that. So let's just start. Streamer.bot. Let's just see if there's any documentation on this. Like did it make that up? It may have even just. Sometimes it will make up properties. Let's do this. streamer.bot, how to tell if stream is active or not. Ooh, let's see here. Get stream status. There may not be a C# function for it. I was wanting to do it in code. Um, but sometimes they don't expose their command functionality to the C# code. All right, let's see what ChatGPT may have said. Let's see what he did. Ooh. So see how it's being. It's also offered an alternative. Since I have StreamerBot tied to OBS, it can actually check if OBS is active, which is kind of cool because I'm starting with Twitch, but I like, uh, do YouTube or something, and maybe I just stream on YouTube one day. So the code actually is a little bit more robust, and that OBS is my main streaming tool. So regardless of where I'm streaming, it can at least still work. But then the chat won't really work. I don't know. We'll try that, and then it's changing. Yeah, we're not going to do any of this stuff. I'm not going to worry about the user stuff. So I think I'm going to give up doing this on the C# way. So I'm just going to undo this. Right, and did I not put help in there? Yeah, help was there in the main branch. We're just gonna go put that back. Checks for XP, Control A. I can do this a number of ways. It's just the way that I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna give up doing it this way. We're just gonna put that back. All right, we're gonna kill our branch. Well, we'll keep it for now just in case we need it. Uh-huh. There we go. So now it's back to the way it was. And I think what we'll do is we'll just do this as streamer.bot. So there should be a way to streamer.bot. Let's put that back. So that's original code. All right, so what we can do is we can check for streamer.bot started. What did it say? Create a new action, add a subtraction. With that action, add a subtraction to it, get stream status. This command will check if stream is live. Set up a condition, get stream status. Okay, so let's just do that. All right, so let's go back to streamer.bot. And when they say subtraction, see, this is where I'm new to streamer.bot. I don't know exactly what they mean by a sub action. Oh, create a new action. See, this is the old text too, so even this one doesn't have it updated. So what I want to do here then is, I believe, is add Twitch channel title. Let's see here. Where is stream? Twitch get stream status. Clear chat messages, reply, send announcements, followers, ads, channel, create clip, create stream marker, channel game title, charity, chat, followers, guest star, moderation, polls, raid, rewards, sub counters, subscribers, tags, user groups, users. So I don't see anything that is um, stream active. So I'm wondering if they've removed this functionality. Hmm. Core system. Not seeing anything. OBS. Streaming. Okay, so there is that. OBS. This is changing the state of it. I don't want to do that. All right, so no, I don't want to do that. Get status. Main gaming PC. So I'm going to put that up above. Well, let's see if the code works first, because I want to keep it in code if I can. So let's delete that. No, don't delete all sub actions. Just delete this one. There we go. All right, so let's try this code that it did put in there. Okay. Let's get rid of the viewer check and only check if OBS is streaming or not. All right, so let's try that now. Copy code, and let's just put him straight into here first. Yes, it compiles. Save and compile. So I don't want to stop the stream to see if this works, so I'll just check it offline. So let's put this code into here. Control A, Control V, and let's save. And let's put this up on GitHub. Check if stream is active. Let's commit it. Push to origin. And we're not going to close it because I'll check this offline, obviously. But I will go to issues, projects. All right, why can't I filter? What's going on? Alpha 1. And which one was it? Yeah, here we go. It's this one. And let's associate that with our branch. And it's P requirement. All right, it's associated. So we're not going to close this. I'll just check this offline. All right, let's see what our next one is. Issues and filter on our Alpha 1 release. I don't know why it's not loading every time. Projects, Alpha 1. There we go. I'll do that one myself. Knock if room can ask if current occupant can enter instead of open close. This is going to be a little bit more complex interaction. I don't want to tackle this tonight. I know how I want to do this. We've done that one. I think this one's working. It was more of a text issue that I've already fixed. So let's just check and make sure it's working right now. So let's see here. Where's my balance? And I have 85 TPR bucks. So if I do the 100 one, which should give me $1, I now have 86. So that seems to be working. And then let's do the next one, 1,000. That should give me 10 bucks. All right, 96. We went from 86 to 96 just to make sure. That seems to be good. And let's do the last one, 10,000. It gives 100 bucks. Yep, 196. That seems to all be working. I'm going to close that out for now. Can I? So on it, can I change? I want to get can't reproduce. So can we change our state options that are available? Settings. Status. Here we go. Can't reproduce. I think I fixed this via another ticket, and we'll just leave that one. So let's mark this now. Let's refresh this. And status, can't reproduce. And let's close it. I saw we did fix some of the incorrect text on another ticket. I also saw bug fixes related to streamer.bot and rewards not firing. So it may be just a streamer.bot issue. I'm going to link to that. Streamer.bot change log. 6 months ago. Where does he keep their change logs? Here we go. So this is not it. The streamer.bot extension. I can't remember where I saw it. I might have saw it in their Discord. I'm not going to link to it. It's going to be too complicated. It's going to be easy. All right, so, all right. And issues. And projects, Alpha 1. We're down to 5. But some of these are a little bit more complicated. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. Because I'm gonna leave this. So I'm not gonna do this one. So let's do done and tag won't fix. All right. Decided to not implement. Working fine as is. All right. And I'm holding off on the bigger ones, but we're going to do those on the next session, I believe. Issues, filter, project, Alpha 1. Checkout leaves a room number assigned to instead of open close resorts. So this one I've done this. I'm really down to 3. I just can't verify this until I stop the stream. Skills of the game is going to take a little bit of time. So let's just show you what it is. So looking to do each location has an activity. And pools, you can swim. Lazy river, you can float. Um, beach, you can swim, float, and surf. Casinos, you can play slots and other types of games, and we're going to make those realistic. So slot machines will just be a random chance. You'll be able to play blackjack, and this is where we'll probably start to really incorporate Whisper. So you'll get a card, and you can say hit or whatever, and then the dealers will play just like the normal dealers play. So we'll implement a real blackjack game in the game. We'll implement real Texas Hold'em. So, and my first version will be you have to play with other players, so I don't have to write a bot right off the bat, and so at least 3 people have to want to play. And the way I'll do it is your whole cards will just send you a whisper, tells you what you have, and then you can decide what you want to do from there. I've already implemented eating and drinking, but I haven't implemented any skill gains from that. And then I thought I had some notes around skills. So let's actually, I have those here. So let's add that onto the ticket. Let's close this out. Let's close this out. So where, here's a lot of my notes. Here we go. Let's put, I probably should break these out into smaller tickets. So I want to probably start with the main ticket, add the main functionality into the game, and then from there implement that. So I want to implement the skill gain in one location, and then from there, um, people can, I can do it. So I'm going to implement a update skill action of some sort, and then from the other commands, I'll just say run this action, update skill for this person, blah blah blah. So you can see chilling, drinking, specialties of wine, beer, whiskeys, eating, surfing, fishing, relaxing, sun tanning, whatever, or just brainstorming some different stuff. So let's put those notes in there. So let's put those in there. Those notes. So I think I don't want to get started because I'm not going to be working this much more. So let me just look to make sure there's no more easier ones. Uh, that one's going to be a little bit more interaction. Yeah, so this one's done. The other one's it's a little bit more time. So I don't really have any super easy ones I want to do right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for the night. So thanks everybody that has participated and helped test the game. Feel free to suggest features into the future, but I think it's going to be a pretty exciting game. All right, thank you all, and as always, see you on the next one.